Welcome to the Thunderdome. I'm Will Nichols alongside Isaac Wolitz. Today's competition, the St. James Academy Thunder versus the Blue Valley Tigers. This should be a good one, Isaac. Blue Valley comes into this one 15-3, the top team in the ECAL right now at 5-0. St. James just lost 2 straight games against a couple good rivals, against Bishop Miege last Friday by just 1, and then a loss to St. Thomas Aquinas here at the Thunderdome by 12 before that. Isaac, what does St. James need to do differently to get the win here today?
Yeah, differently today they need to hit more three-pointers. Just against Miege the other day, they had great looks, many open ones, and missed them. So they need to be able to knock their threes down to compete with this high-scoring Blue Valley offense who's scored 70 multiple times and 80 once. They're also going to need to play better defense as well.
Absolutely. Three-point line going to be critical offensively and defensively for the Thunder. This is a St. James team, normally really good shooting team that has not been hitting shots recently, so we'll see if they can get out of their slump today. We will keep you posted here on the Thunder Broadcasting Network. For now, it is about to be time for the national anthem and prayer. All right, we welcome you back here to St. James Academy in Lenexa, Kansas. Starting lineup's about to be introduced. For now, let's send it down to Mary Claire with Coach Dom.
Will, Coach, the ECAL conference is loaded top to bottom. No better example than the Blue Valley Tigers here tonight. What type of mindset does this team need to have to get off to a strong start?
Well, they're really good. I mean, they're undefeated in the league. They've won 12 in a row. They don't have any holes. It's a really good team. So we're going to have to be locked in, and we're going to have to do a lot of really good things in the details to have a chance tonight.
Mark Racito is averaging a double-double this season. What type of team effort is needed to keep him off the glass tonight?
Well, it's going to take a lot. He's leading rebound in the league. The point guard is really, really good. One of the best point guards we've seen, just a sophomore. So we got our hands full.
Appreciate it, Coach. Be great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary Claire. Now we're seeing the starting fives introduced here. This is a Blue Valley team with a lot of talent. St. James is going to need to play their best basketball to pull off the upset. That's going to start with Emmett Peters and Jacob Kratz, those teams' top 2 leading scorers. They're going to need to have very big nights tonight for the St. James Academy Thunder to pull off the upset.
Yeah, they are. Those are the 2 top players for this team. Best ball handlers, best guys at driving. They're going to need to get good depth into the paint tonight, try to find some kick-out threes or finish at the rim tonight.
Absolutely. St. James comes into this one 2-3 in EKL play with an opportunity to move further up and get Blue Valley their first loss in EKL play of the year here tonight at St. James Academy.
Blue Valley with a height advantage tonight.
Absolutely.
Guy at 6'4", 6'5", and the man doing the tip listed at 6'10".
That's Parker Cecil right there. He's a guy that we're going to be probably saying his name a lot tonight for Blue Valley.
And the Tigers will win the tip-off. Brennan Walsh bringing it up. Fratzel playing man on past the half-court line. Dribbles right side into the lane, gets it stripped. It'll be off his. Ooh, it looked like it was off his knee. It will not be. It will be out of bounds to the Tigers.
St. James defense really important early on against the Tigers. You don't want to let them get into this flow offensively to start.
Cethel at the top of the key. Now to Walsh, who will drive, kick it into the corner. Back to Cethel, who will drive on Jamal into the corner, into the paint. Looking around, a right-hand hook off the glass is too strong. Hornback with the rebound.
Great play by Daymall, not biting on any of the pump fakes there.
Hornback a little happy there, a couple extra steps. It'll be a quick travel for the Thunder on their first possession.
Yeah, difficult play there. That's Hornback doing what he's best at, being aggressive, taking it on the fast break, trying to make something happen. Ultimately just couldn't do enough to slow himself down there.
Walsh from 15, too strong. Rebounded Jake Kolich. Kicks it up to Peters, past the half-court line. Into the corner to Fratzel. He's taking it around the arc. Now to Jake, who'll get a screen. Now to Fratzel, left side. Down low to Evan.
St. James has a mismatch with Daymall if they want it.
Kolich deep three, way short. Rebound to Walsh. Kicks it up to Cethel. Thought about the three, now he'll drive. Looked like a travel, and it is.
That really, all the credit on that play goes to Hornback. Hornback kind of swooping in there late, trying to get the steal. He didn't get the steal, but he forced the turnover because of his activity. You see right there, St. James using Hornback as the second defender on Cethel. They're going to try to double down, trapping those corners a lot tonight against a guy like Cethel that's 6'10", moves really well at that. So it's going to be a difficult matchup, but I like how St. James is countering it so far.
Peters to the top to Kolich. Right side to Fratzel, yelling out the offense. 13 on the shot clock. Now to Peters. Guarded by Cethel, a mismatch here. Peters will drive on him all the way into the lane. He'll lose it going up. Fratzel will save it, but to the Tigers. Enoch Rodriguez with the ball. Now to Walsh. Kicks it in the corner to Cethel. He'll shoot a three. Too short. Fight for the rebound. It's to the Tigers. Rodriguez for three. That's too strong. Tipped around again, and it'll be a foul on the Tigers.
That's really important for St. James. You mentioned the height advantage that Tigers have. St. James has to rebound well, especially on the defensive end. They got one second chance opportunity. You can't let them get that many, especially when they're missing the first shot like they were there. Overall, though, really good defense both ways. 2 minutes in here, still not at 0. You can tell that's definitely where the emphasis has been put on the end of the court for both these teams so far.
That'll be the first foul of the game on the big man. Now Emmett at the top with the pick by Evan. He'll drive, kick it out. Fratzel pull a deep left side three. It's an air ball. Jake will save it in, but to the Tigers. Stiggy with the ball.
You see Blue Valley right now on defense. They're switching everything, causing some confusion right now.
Rodriguez short on the three. Hornback get another rebound.
Good defensive rebound. Let's see if the Thunder can push here. Still looking for the first points in this one.
Inmate left side three, short. Fought for, and Tigers will win that one. Patrick Dennis, he'll bring it up. Drive on Kolich, kick it into the corner. Three-pointer for Stiggy is good. first points of the game, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen when you leave Blue Valley West players with open looks like that. Shots are going to go in. Finally knocked one down. Did the Tigers. Now let's see if St. James can get one on their end.
This is on pace to be a low-scoring game. Kolich kicks it out. Hornback at the top, right back to Kolich. Out of Evan left side.
St. James needs to take advantage when they're switching at center. Try to get the ball inside the Day Mall.
9 on the shot clock. Peters will drive. That's a good drive, but he misses it bad. Siggy with the rebound. Up to Walsh. Into the corner. 3-point, no good. Kolich with the rebound. And he'll throw it away to Rodriguez. Who will drive. Euro, tough shot is no good. Offensive rebound by the 6'10".
Oh, my. No way.
And he'll miss both.
Wow. Man, those were gimmies right there.
Ooh.
Wow, what a tough possession for the big fella. That's 3 point-blank misses for Blue Valley, and St. James comes away lucky to not give up any points there.
Wow, I'm not sure why a man of his height wouldn't just dunk one of those two.
I mean, he pretty much put the ball in the back of the rim every time and just went right back out. Something you don't see very often there. St. James, again, catching a break. Now let's see if they can take advantage on the offensive end. They played poorly on this end for the first 4 minutes. I want to see St. James work to try to get a drive here. Again, go back to that pick and roll. If they're still going to keep switching Day Mall with a guard, try to get that mismatch with Day Mall in the post.
Absolutely. First sub in the game, Malcolm Y for the Tigers. And we got a offensive foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a moving screen off ball. You know, this is the same ref crew that was in the game before us, and there were a lot of similar calls like that. Lots of calls away from the ball that we're going to see today. Probably some 3-second calls as well. That's how they were reffing the first game here today, so that's how we expect them to ref this one.
Rodriguez with the ball. Top of the key to McGuire Richmond. Thought about the 3. Now Cethel with the 3 is short. Hornback will fight, and he won't win the fight. We got a foul. Jump ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball, and that looked like a couple football players going at it right there. McGuire Richmond of Blue Valley and Noah Hornback of St. James both going at it. Now on Blue Valley side, interesting, you see Evan Cethel checking out of the game, so their 6'10" big fella comes out at a really rough stretch there offensively, so he's going to take a break. Now St. James, that height advantage a little bit less pronounced in the favor of Blue Valley. Let's see if some of these guards can maybe take advantage attacking the rim without the 6'10" Cethel out there.
Absolutely. Fratzel with a blow-by drive. Good help into the corner. Peters thought about it. He'll pump fake drive into the lane. Layup. Got it. Great to see there from Peters knocking it down. That's what St. James needed. Just needed to see one go through the hoop. Now without Cethel, little 2-3 zone, little matchup zone. We've seen St. James do this a lot this year. Stripped from behind by Hornback. That's what he's best at. And he'll get a travel. Ooh.
Unfortunate sequence, you know, such a great play by Hornback on the defensive end, like you said, doing what he's been doing all year long. With the steal there, just unable to really be productive on the offensive end. Now St. James are bringing in 4 new players. This is something St. James hasn't done a lot this season, something Coach Tom likes to do earlier in the year rather than later, these sort of big 3-4 person substitutions. But St. James going to do it here with Fratzel being the lone player staying on the court.
Indeed, Walsh to Richmond right side. He'll drive, kick it out. Walsh at the top, now to Rodriguez. Will shoot yet another 3. Still can't get one to go. Rebounded by Frankie. He'll push it into the corner to Johnny May. Top of the key to Matthew Davis. Now Quap back to Davis. He'll drive, kick it out to Fratzel. 20 on the shot clock.
Both teams going a little bit small ball here. We'll see if that quick pace pays off for the Thunder or more for the Blue Valley Tigers here.
Just 9 on the shot clock. Mangini working at the top. He'll try to drive left side. Tough shot is airballed, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 shots.
Nice aggressive take there from Mangini. Just trying to make something happen going to the rim. He's going to be rewarded with a couple of free throw shots here.
Fouls on number 23, Kyle Bogus.
Mangini missed the first there for the Thunder.
Second one is no good as well. Richmond with the rebound.
It's something you hate to see. Struggled a lot from the line this year, and unfortunately unable to get past those demons at the line today so far.
Walsh with the ball. Now to Kyle Bogus. We'll get down low to Rodriguez. A great cut by Richmond. Layup's good.
Yeah, that's just way too easy right there for Blue Valley.
Johnny May, corner three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Buggs on the Tigers. Walsh pushing it here. Slows it down. Lets his players catch up. Now to Rodriguez. Now to Mwai in the corner. Bogus will pull a deep three and bury it in the face of Cade Popazeski.
That's a big shot there off the bench. 5 straight bench points for the Tigers right now. You see the energy their unit is playing with.
Ooh. Personally, I didn't think that was tipped there, but Frankie with the ball to Fratzel right side. 15 on the shot clock, he'll drive. Good cut by Matthew Davis.
What a pass that was by Fratzel. You know, credit to Davis for the cut, but even more impressive is Fratzel just being active, and what a crazy good pass that is. That is a really, really high degree of difficulty to make.
Rodriguez all the way into the lane. Tough shot, no good. It's a block on McGinney. Got Fratzel just being a point guard right there, having great court vision, finding the open man.
And again, we need, you know, a senior leader like that to show up in a moment like this. St. James has really been struggling on the offensive end, so you rely on your senior point guard in a moment like that. He went out there and made a play.
Rodriguez 2 shots first. One is perfect. Rodriguez first points of the game. He's shot many shots.
He's the only guy that has played all 8 minutes so far for Blue Valley. Clearly a guy they feel like they need out there, really trust his minutes so far.
Second one is short. Paul Pazeski with the rebound. Matthew Davis to McGinney. Almost not quite. The shot clock is not quite off, about a 1 second difference here. Davis to Emmett Peters. Thunder should get the last shot.
You want to probably see McGinney or Peters make something happen here. Those are your 2 best on-ball threats if you're St. James.
McGinney will drive all the way into the lane and gets rejected by Malcolm Y.
That was a really impressive block there by Y. Still plenty of time for St. James, though, to get a good shot here. 8.6 on the clock, 7 on the shot clock. Don't need to panic if you're Thunder.
Invited to Peters. Thought about the 3. He'll think of better drive into the lane. That's a good drive, but he'll miss it badly. Walsh, half court to in the quarter, and it's short.
St. James down 9-4. Blue Valley has the early lead right now. And hopefully the second quarter will go better for the Thunder. All right, welcome back to the Thunderdome. St. James down 9-4 here. Still with those 4 bench players and Peters as the lineup. Cethel has entered the game now for Blue Valley, so back to the man look. Will the Thunder go?
We'll see if this quarter is any different. Scoring-wise, very low scoring first quarter for both teams.
Settling back into the zone look here. Interesting. They started in the man, now settling into the zone.
Walsh just playing back and forth here with Dennis into the corner to Boggs. Back to Dennis, now to Walsh 10 on the shot clock, taking up a lot of time here. Swings it to Rodriguez. Walsh will drive, spin, get it down low to the big man. A tough shot is no good.
Great defense. That was just 35 seconds of perfect defense right there by Thunder. All 5 guys doing their job expertly. Great job on the rebound as well. Really great possession by Thunder.
McGinney will drive, can't find anything, kick it out to Peters. He'll try to drive baseline, risky. Wild pass goes to Frankie McGinney. He'll drive as well, kicks it back out. Pop, left side 3, short. Tipped out by Davis, but right to Rodriguez.
Now St. James needs to continue playing this good defense. Blue Valley's going to be patient. They've shown that all game. So St. James, if they can force a turnover, that's not the worst thing here.
Rodriguez 3 is short, and we got a off-ball foul on McGinney.
That looked like he was trying to shove the player there. It looked like that was Bogus down low with McGinney. He was kind of shoving him towards the baseline, so a foul picked up by McGinney.
Bogus has McGinney by 3, 4, 5 inches, so he just tried to do anything he could to win that rebound battle. Dennis will inbound it to Boggs. Not a Walsh. The screen, good off screen by Davis. A cut by Boggs, he'll leave the floater short, rebound to Quap.
Great rebound by Kwapazowski. Now Hornback looking to cut. Looked like he almost had a lane there.
Again, he kicks it into the corner. Hornback's looking for an open lane. There is none. Now to Quap, swing it left side to Davis. He'll pull the open 3, miss it. Rebound to Kyle Bogus.
St. James really stagnant on the offensive end. Thankfully, the defense has looked good so far.
Walsh tried to hit Seathel there, but he could not control it. It'll be out of bounds to the Tigers. Couple subs here.
St. James bring Daymall in. Kwapazowski with a few good minutes there, but now Daymall in the game, matching up with Seathel, getting a little bit closer to making up for that height disadvantage that is in the favor of the Tigers. They haven't taken advantage much on the offensive end, but Seathel definitely has been active on defense, causing problems. You gotta think they're gonna try to get it to him a few more times.
Walsh with a deep 3, it's a brick. Seathel with the offensive rebound, and he'll miss the reverse lay, but he's fouled.
That was really something you can't fault St. James for. Such a bad shot by Walsh. It kind of ricochets off the backboard there to go over to Seathel. Watching that replay, I don't know how much of a foul that was on Hornback. Or no, they called it on Daymall rather.
First free throw's missed. Second one is up and perfect.
Seathel with his first points of the game. He's had plenty of attempts today so far, but hasn't been able to knock it down any field goals for the Tigers.
Got plenty of great attempts and easy for that height. Fratzel will run the point.
Now let's see if they continue switching these ball screens with Seathel in them. I'd like to see St. James go back to that here, try to get that mismatch.
What we got a 5-second call.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays, probably the right call, but that is just something you don't see refs call very often, especially when it is probably on the lower end of the amount of time that McGinney was guarded there. So, you know, by the letter of the law, probably the right call, but still probably a little surprised if you're St. James to see that one go against you.
For sure. Walsh and Dennis again just playing a little back and forth catch here. We've seen this before.
They're trying to get it inside. The one time they got it up into that high post, they had a ton of success, got an easy layup for Stiegel.
Boggs will just pull a deep 3. Too strong, Fratzel right there for the rebound. Fratzel will bring it up. He'll drive into the lane. Tough shot, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 shots.
And again, another smart play by your senior leader, Jacob Fratzel, the point guard of the St. James team, making a smart play there. He knew he probably wasn't going to make that shot, but went into the defender's body, got the contact, got the foul call. Now he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple for St. James. You know, we're 13 minutes into this one. St. James just 4 points. They need to find something on the offensive end, and the free throw line's a good place to start.
And there you go. First one is perfect for Fratzel. His first points of the game. And he'll bury them both. Much closer game than some may expect this early. Just 10-6.
Much lower scoring at that as well. Like you mentioned, Isaac, this is a Blue Valley team a team able to put up multiple games this year with over 70 points, and they're playing at a very, very patient, slow pace right now. Got to wonder if that will change as this one continues.
Walsh with a nice pull-up jump shot in the paint. Fratzel trying to speed it up here. Peters at the top. He'll just pull the three and in and out. Fratzel offensive rebound. He'll go back up. He'll miss it, but he'll be fouled and get 2 more free throws.
And again, that's just great competitive play right there by Fratzel. You know, we talked about a lot last year when he led the team in rebounding, but you still see it plenty this year as well. You know, he is a great rebounder, especially for being a point guard, but really just compared to any other player on the court. Very good rebounder, great instincts, and goes and gets the ball, and that's going to get St. James back to the line again, a place they want to be a lot today against the Tigers.
Fratzel starting a perfect 3 for 3. And another.
Now it's time for St. James to play a little bit better defense here. You go back to the starters unit that played pretty well on the defensive end to start. But Blue Valley's gotten buckets the last few possessions. You want to see a stop here for the Thunder, give you a chance to make it a 1-score game.
Cecil will drive on Jamal and get a nice left-handed layup.
That's the first time Cecil's really been able to finish one of those field goals. It's a good look.
Fratzel with a great drive, shoots it over the big man, just leaves it short, almost gets the rebound. Walsh with the ball, drives, pulls up from 17, too strong. Tipped around, fought for, Cecil will pull it down.
It's unfortunate for St. James. You know, Daymall did the work to get in position, just couldn't corral it there.
Cecil thought about it, drive, kick out, Dennis. Now down low to the big man, mismatch, and he'll miss it. Jamal rebounded.
Cecil's just had plenty of shots today. Hasn't been able to knock him down.
Emmett try to drive, kick it out to Evan. He'll try to drive on the big man. Stumbles a little, but gets a tough right-handed lay to go.
How about that finish from the big fella, Evan Daymall? Great play there. You know, Cecil, a guy with much more length, so Daymall kind of has to slither by him there. And really impressive finish by the big fella.
Now he'll drive on Jamal, spin move, a tough shot, and he'll get another.
That is, I mean, there is nothing you can do to stop that one-on-one. If you're St. James, you need to send that second body earlier, because when Cecil's able to make that move work, when he's able to finish it especially, St. James can't do anything about it.
Hornback falls to the floor. He was the intended man. Now Cecil to Dennis. He'll try to drive on Colich. He'll be poked out from Hornback. We've seen that many times a day. And we got it called for Blue Valley. It looked like it was off of Blue Valley, but it'll be their ball. And now she says,
yeah, they're going to change it. Yeah, it looks like it was overruled by another ref there, so they're going to change the call. Probably the right decision there.
And Hornback with yet another just poke.
Yeah, that's really what he's best at, like you said earlier, Isaac. Really active player on the defensive end, and especially as a rebounder as well. That's where you're really going to notice him. But defensive end, multiple times today, he's gotten some low pokes, tips, just trying to make anything work to get involved on the defensive end.
Yeah. Now Colich to Evan. Colich thought about the three. Out of Hornback right side, guarded by Richmond. He'll drive all the way into the lane. Baseline, they'll call a block. Didn't look like a whole lot of contact right there.
And the Blue Valley student section thought maybe there was a little hook by Hornback there. Maybe a little bit of contact with the off arm there from Hornback, but it's going to go against the Tigers, just their third team foul of the quarter.
We'll get in the corner to Evan. He'll hand it off to Fratzel. Top of the key, and Emmett can't catch it. One-on-one, Euro, and he'll slip on the Euro. Ooh, and Emmett just throws it to absolutely nobody.
I'll tell you what, that 10-second sequence felt like we were watching some third-grade basketball right there. You see, I mean, just a wide-open opportunity on the take there for Blue Valley. Couldn't do anything with it, and then big-time overthrow on the pass down the court.
Yeah, that was not pretty at all. Now Boggs with another deep three, and he'll bury his second one of the game. 2 deep threes right around that same spot.
Well, and clearly he's a guy St. James has to get out farther on. They haven't been putting too much pressure on him from deep, but he has made St. James pay twice already. And you start thinking about guarding him a little bit tighter from the three-point line now.
Blue Valley starting to open up the score here now, a 9-point lead. Kolich tries to answer deep, dead on. Bang, he got it. He said today in class he was going to let it fly, and he buries his first right before the half here.
That's a big-time shot, like you know, Kolich, a guy with lots of confidence out there, and St. James, you know, knows he's a guy that plays best when he's playing confident out there, when he's confident from that three-point line, willing to let it fly. Like you said, Isaac, he is one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in this state. You see it there, his first make of the game, a big, timely three from Jake Kolich.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the best three-point percentage on the team.
This is a St. James team that when their best players are playing well with Kolich, Fratzel, Mangini, they got Peters obviously as well. They got a lot of three-point weapons from behind the arc. We haven't seen him much today, but that's the thing about this St. James team. They can go down a lot, but with those three-point shooters, they can come back in a hurry if they need to.
Absolutely. They had a nice 20-point comeback against Blue Valley West Jaguars here earlier in the year. Walsh will bring it up. A minute and a half to go till halftime.
Back to the 2-3 zone here. They're going to try to make it a little difficult for Blue Valley without Seathel out there. They don't really have that traditional post threat.
Boggs for three. That one way strong, but right to Rodriguez. Not a Moai. Richmond thought about he'll pump fake drive, kick it out. Walsh, deep three, Kolich in his face, but he'll bury it. Trading threes right now. Walsh now with 5 points.
St. James needs to respond with a shot of their own right now. Can't let this be a 10-plus point deficit going into half if you're the Thunder with how close this game has felt so far.
Absolutely. 50 seconds to go. Fratzel will drive all the way into the lane. Good take. Left hand is too strong.
That's a great mismatch. If you're St. James, you got to take advantage of it, though, with Fratzel or Damal. St. James unable to there.
Walsh into the lane. Right-hand floater leaves it short. Evan rebound. Fratzel.
There's about 10, no difference. So they're going to say the shot clock is done here. Final 30 seconds of the half. You got to think St. James is going to hold for the last shot. St. James has been really ineffective in these situations all year long. Let's see if they can change it up here. St. James likes to go with, a ball screen or a pin down. So watch what Damal does here. He's going to set a screen for someone. That's where St. James wants the ball to go here.
Fratzel showing off those handles. 8 seconds. We're going to try to get Peters a three maybe.
They're going to give him that pick and roll with Damal.
Rodriguez will get a decent look, but absolutely let it fly too far.
So our score 22, Blue Valley, St. James 13. Very low scoring, ugly game so far. Now let's send it down to Mary Claire with Coach Dom.
Thank you, Will. The zone defense has slowed the Tigers down for the most part tonight. You just said in the huddle, you guys can't be tired. How is the offseason work kicking in right now?
Well, we're going to have to find a way to score. They're really good defensive. I thought our defense was really, really good. And when they make a shot, it feels like it's a touchdown when they make one, because we're having such a hard time getting anything going offensive. Their switching is really causing us problems.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary Claire. Again, the score at the half here, 22 Blue Valley, 13 St. James. Now stay tuned for the senior night festivities here. And the rest of our halftime break. We'll be back in about 11 minutes on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
Kansas. This is TBN Pulse.
Hello, Thunders. I'm Juan Santoyo. In this episode of TBN Pulse, we'll talk to Mrs. Walters, our Director of Community, to talk about how our community systems build up God's kingdom in our school. And we have a profile of Mrs. Comfort, who is new to St. James Academy this year. This is TBN Pulse.
Each of our communities are named after saints, so we have 8 different communities, and really what sets them apart is kind of the charism that gets developed out of that saint's spirituality. The dean and the community captains, mentors, and house captains are always praying with that saint. At community prayer each day, the prayer that is led by the dean and the community captains was actually written. We wrote all of those except Padre Pio. Padre Pio's prayer was written by Saint Padre Pio, and they pray a portion of it. But every time communities come together, we're praying those prayers that were either written by people in our community out of that charism of that saint. Another example would be in St. Catherine, right? Mr. Matt Joshi, the dean, wrote that prayer, and he knows St. Catherine very well from reading her writings and her spirituality. And even over in MOLA, MOLA cares a lot about the pro-life issues and honoring the dignity of life from conception to natural death. So they help form in their community this identity around we want to honor and respect each human person. They pray with it, and then they find ways to live it out on a daily basis. Dean and the community captains work to organize our announcements and any celebration of props, or I know MOLA does MOLA mentions, just to kind of celebrate the good that is happening on a daily basis. There's a culture that's formed within each community, and a lot of it has to do with the spirituality of the saints and also just the personalities of your leadership team too, for the personalities of your dean and your mentors and your community captains and your house captains.
Community, to me, is a place where I find family and a real connection between brothers and sisters in Christ. I ran for community captain because I thought it would be fun to be able to lead the community that I love very much and all of my friends.
Are we perfect at community here at St. James Academy? No, but is it worth it? Absolutely. And that coming together in community, we are going to pass on the faith through building relationships. But if we don't know one another and trust one another first with those small talks in those little ways, then it's not going to build to those bigger conversations.
Our community system is another part of what makes St. James Academy so great. Thank you to Cooper Nash for producing that segment. At the beginning of the school year, we added a bunch of great staff. Let's meet another one and get to know Mrs. Comfort.
My name is Emily Comfort. I teach Salvation History, so I teach freshman Salvation History, and I also coach C-team volleyball. Being in the classroom is really great, and I love the aspect of getting to know my students, but even getting to teach some of my students that I coach, get to know them in a new and different way and get to know more kids. So I think it just kind of crosses the boundary of class lines, and it crosses the boundary of other kind of cliques that high school typically brings. And so I like that about volleyball. I like the fact that we are very faith-based. I like that. We strive to be inclusive but also compete and have a lot of fun. Having more faces, especially as an incoming freshman or as a transfer student, having more faces for people that you know, that you can see passing in the hallway or at Thunder Black, just having some people kind of built-in friends is really nice, as well as just being a part of something special, which I think we are here. So for me, we tend to start practice with prayer and end practice with prayer. Which is awesome. I think it's also a big example of it is just living it out loud. Living it with the girls on the team, living it with my family and with our parents on the team as much as we can. And then just really bringing it to life as we go. Best part about coaching at a Catholic school, definitely being able to pray with my kids. I think there's a really special aspect of being able to start a competition with prayer, or just being mindful of what's going on in our community and being able to go to the Lord with that as a team, and not just feel alone in that aspect.
Becca Cordova. I play volleyball. And pray before and after every game, because I know that with God I can do my best, and He'll help me get through whatever I need to get through. I feel like this year was a lot of like sisterhood was incorporated in it, with the team showing up for the other teams in their games. Freshman year I was going to try out, but then I had health issues and I was injured in my knee. So finding out I wasn't going to be able to play was a lot. It was really sad, but then this year through a lot of prayer and hard work I almost wasn't able to play, but I went to adoration one day, and when I got home my mom told me that she would take me to a different doctor to get my physical signed so I could. Well, most people basically.
All right, we'd like to welcome you to the Thunderdome. Score right now 22 Blue Valley, 13 St. James. It has been a low-scoring game so far in this one. We haven't really seen anybody get going all too much on either side. Now let's send it down to Mary Claire.
Thank you, Will. Coach, what is one adjustment on the offensive side of the ball the team can make to close the gap here in the third quarter?
They're really switching a lot of our stuff, our actions. So we need to move the ball a little bit, do some slips, and try to see if we can get some open shots for our shooters.
Appreciate it, Coach. Big ring.
Thank you.
Doing a marvelous job, as always, for us here on the Thunder Broadcasting Network. St. James down just 9, still definitely alive in this one against the top team in the EKL, the Blue Valley Tigers, but they're going to need to find a way to get something going on offense that they just did not have. That spark they just didn't have that first half. Really going to need to find that, and I think it starts with Emmett Peters for the Thunder.
Yeah, absolutely. He hasn't really done much, just 2 points. 2 points is it, and only 13 points for the team. And there towards the end of the half, the Tigers started to slightly pull away. This 9-point lead is the largest of the game. They've held it here for a couple minutes, so we'll see. Thunder get the ball to start. They need to quickly score here.
Absolutely. Let's see if they do that. 5 starters for both teams.
Hornback will inbound it into Fratzel. Fratzel guarded by Rodriguez. They'll throw just a rainbow pass, and Peters will get an open look deep and miss it. Bogus with the rebound.
Like the idea of St. James doing a little bit of a different version of their lob play that they like to throw a Hornback. They throw it late, get Peters the back screen for the 3. What a block by Jamal.
Jamal late, but he recovers and sends it flying. Now Hornback to Kulich. Kulich thought about it. Out of Peters left side in the corner to Evan. He'll put it on the ground, swing it around. Fratzel right side, 20 on the shot clock.
Again, St. James is not attacking the mismatch right now at all with either the guard or big. Finally, they do here.
Fratzel tried to use the speed and just can't get his layups to fall right now. Now Seithel to Walsh, thought about it. Dribbles, and he'll throw it to nobody. Almost looked like Hornback may have tipped it, but just does hold off.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to there. And, you know, I'll tell you what, Isaac, this is it's a game that started sloppy, started slow, and this beginning of the second half is showing no signs of that stopping. Just a really lethargic, kind of sloppy start to the second half for both teams here. An absolute rock fight.
And that's just a dumb foul by Hornback. He just hooks Rodriguez's arm for no reason. Ref sees it right away.
That's one of those ones that's right there, right in front of the ball. So there's going to be a call going either way on that one. And kind of tough to tell from here maybe if that should have been on Hornback or Rodriguez, but it's going to go against Hornback, and Blue Valley's going to get possession.
Almost thrown away there. Good save by Dennis.
They haven't really been trying to feed Seithel after those misses earlier.
Looked like a push off there. No call. Good pump fake. It'll be
Oh
stripped
my
by
goodness.
Hornback.
That is a little bit of a mistake there by the refs, it looked like. Let's see it again on the replay here. Yeah, you can't really tell very well from that angle, but it looked clean, certainly in live action. St. James going to call a quick timeout here. That's a little bit of a surprise for the Thunder, but I guess they didn't like that first 90 seconds or so of the half. That's going to take them down to 3 timeouts left in this one.
That is a quick 2 fouls on Hornback to start the second half. We'll see if he's on the bench here out of the timeout, but it does not look like he will be.
You know, and that was a quick huddle for St. James. That was about a 10-second huddle, so clearly a quick pointed point there that Coach Dom wanted to try to make. But Hornback, with how he plays, you know, he is a guy that racks up fouls quickly. They kind of come in bunches with him. You saw, like you said there, well, it's 2 fouls in 90 seconds for Hornback. So, yeah, now we're going to have to hope he doesn't pick up a third one here. because he is very important to this Thunder defense.
Seithel, quick release, dead on three, rattles it in.
He's a guy that can knock down that shot if you let him loose. They finally got him loose for one, and he looked confident, took it with confidence, and knocked it down. And again, the sloppy passing by St. James. Got to be smarter with the ball here.
Peters drives, and he'll just slip straight on the floor. It's a travel. And again, just sloppy basketball for the Thunder.
And that's one of those things, you know, that sort of area under that rim on both those blocks actually has been very slippery all day. Kind of surprised we haven't really seen anybody try to clean that up, because in both these games there's been multiple people doing kind of what Peters did there, just to slip and fall. But unfortunate break for St. James, and again, you just got to be more smart with the basketball there.
Rodriguez three is too strong. Seithel keeps it alive, puts it out the grass, too strong.
Oh my goodness.
Putback's too strong. Hornback will run it out, try to take a 1-on-3, put a man on the floor. Now kick it out. Colich thought about it. He'll drive, and he'll slip right out of his hands. Just dig it, and again, just sloppy basketball, ball everywhere. Peters with it now. Hornback to Fratzel, spin move. Now he'll retreat back out. Give it to Colich.
Feels like with how this defense has been from Blue Valley, they've played so well. St. James, the first half decent look you get, I kind of want to see him fire right now, because you just need to get a shot up. You haven't gotten enough shots up in the first 3 minutes here this half.
Hornback will drive, and he'll get it stripped, but it'll stay with the Thunder.
Just really sloppy basketball, like we've been saying all half here, Isaac. Just sloppy as can be right now. Shot clock is going to reset to 35, so that is good for the Thunder.
McGuire, Richmond.
No, it's not. They're gonna leave it at 10 here, rather. So St. James gonna have to get a quicker shot here.
Yeah, Blue Valley with two subs. McGuire, Richmond, and Malcolm Y are in here.
Really, all those guys around Seithel, Walsh, Bogus. That's kind of the big three for this team. Outside of that, you know, they rotate a lot in those other two spots. So not a surprise to see Y and the other player coming quickly here.
They wanted to lob the Hornback. It wasn't open. Into the corner. Peters for three. Bang! He got it. The Thunder finally get some points on the board in this second half.
Again, not the prettiest, but that is what St. James needed right there. Finally, the big bucket they wanted. And again, this time a big defensive rebound by Peters, and more sloppy basketball.
Out of bounds, though, and the Thunder.
Well, the sloppy basketball continues, but before that sequence, look at this three by Peters. You see how it's just sloppy basketball right now. There's nothing you can really say about it. It's a bad pass. It doesn't matter, though. Peters, really great play, taking it in, knocking out a shot. You know, Isaac, I said, Emmett Peters is the guy I need to see get going for the St. James team. He's your best scorer. Try to get him the ball in his spots. Corner threes are one of the best ways to get Emmett Peters going, and he made his big one there for the Thunder, making it a 9-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. And he'll shoot it with a man on or not. Mismatch. Fratzel will drive into the lane. He'll finally get a layup to go, and one. A quick 5-0 run for the Thunder.
Well, how about the toughness from Fratzel there against the 6'10 Seithel and another man coming in, Rodriguez, and it does not matter. What great toughness by the senior point guard, Jacob Fratzel.
Fratzel now with 6 points. This will be his 5th free throw of the game. Perfect 5 for 5 from the line, Fratzel is.
All you can ask from your senior point guard. He is not having maybe his shots go down like you hoped tonight, but he is out there competing for this Thunder team.
Walsh into the corner to Seithel. He'll try to get another three. No. Peters rebound. Almost ripped away by Richmond. The ball on the ground will go everywhere. Out of bounds to the Thunder.
And that's where Hornback is at his best. You know, if there's a 50-50 ball, it's pretty much a 90-10 ball for St. James. That's how good he is on those plays. And, you know, it's not just effort. It's really being smart as well when he gets down there. That was a play some guys maybe are going to try to reach that ball. Hornback knew he didn't need to reach that ball. Blue Valley was going to force it out themselves. St. James gets the possession.
Absolutely. Frankie kicks it out. Peters thought about it. It's kind of tipped or something.
I guess they said it was tipped. A little bit surprising there.
Ooh, good drive by McGinney. He'll get fouled. He'll get 2 shots. And just going to what you're saying about Hornback, just back to playing with him in 8th grade, he always had great awareness on that sideline. Whether it was chucking it off someone's foot or whatever, he just knows how to play basketball.
Absolutely. unable to knock it down. There is Mangini, putting him at 0 for 3 from the line today, but you gotta love the aggressiveness we've seen from him. He's the only guy that comes off the bench for the St. James team and consistently can take it to the rack like he does. So just a really valuable player for the St. James team, and once he starts to see these free throws go down, he can get to another level for the St. James Thunder offense.
He'll finally get one to fall there. It'll cut it to 5. Richmond, little pump fake, knock him wide, drive baseline. Trying to find someone. A good cut by Richmond. Layup is perfecto.
That's one of the few times we've seen a team really take advantage of Hornback's aggressiveness. Hornback kind of left Richmond trying to go ball hunting a little bit there, and St. James has to pay for it with the easy bucket for Richmond.
Lead back to 7 for Blue Valley. Hornback with the ball. Trying to find someone.
I like how this 5 right now, there's lots of cutting, lots of off-ball movement. That should make offense easier for the St. James team.
Davis kind of in a trap. He'll get it to McGinney. He'll throw it up and miss it. Looked like he was more trying to just get fouled there instead of make the layup.
Yeah, just trying to make something happen. You know, only 5 seconds on shot clock. You got to hit the rim at least.
And Rodriguez answers with a 3. He's shot many tonight. Sees that one go right through the rack, right through the hoop.
His first field goal of the night, giving him 4 points today for Blue Valley, but he is a really important glue guy for this team.
That lead is back to double digits. Walsh will get it to Cito. A tough layup is no good. Davis with the rebound.
I mean, he's like 1 of 9 from the paint today. If he made half his paint attempts right now, this game would be pretty much over. Surprising call here.
And it will look like it'll be flipped.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to overturn it.
Yep.
So they're going to give it to the Thunder. Cecil taking a break now. This is where I want to see St. James make their run. You're down 10 with 2:30 left. Try to get this to under 5, to an under 5 deficit here with Cecil on the bench.
Yeah, it may not look like it, but Cecil is the leading scorer tonight. Davis corner 3, buries it. He just missed one there. This time is nothing but net. The net is hanging up on the rim right now. Rodriguez
being that spark. St. James needs a guy to come in and score off the bench. A lot of nights it's Mangini, but tonight it's Davis. Wow.
Just a blow by on the baseline for Richmond.
Richmond's been really good off the bench for this Blue Valley team. 6 points on the night. You know, he plays a lot like a football player, a lot like Noah Hornback does, but the star linebacker. St. James sent Blue Valley home in the EKL, or in the 5A state playoffs last year, and playing with a little bit of revenge on his mind tonight.
And Guinea just with the wild 3s, way off. Davis rebounds and he'll be fouled.
Like I said, McGuire Richmond playing like a football player. He was way too aggressive there trying to go for that rebound. Easy call against Richmond, and probably not the shot selection you maybe want from Mangini there, but St. James is going to keep possession nonetheless.
Yeah, you can just tell he's the most physical, strongest guy on this basketball court right now. Inbound into Peters, top of the key. And what do we have here?
Yeah, it's going to be on Richmond again. Him and Mangini were kind of hand fighting a little bit that whole time before the ball went in. They finally called it against him.
You know, the thing is, Richmond hasn't really said a word about any of his fouls. He is making zero argument whatsoever.
That's only his 3rd foul on the night, despite his physicality. Still has 2 more to give for this Tiger team.
Peters will find McGinney.
Great
He'll let
look.
another 3 fly. No good.
That is a great look, great offense. You love getting McGinney a 3 like that in rhythm.
Why? With a tough shot on Peters. And he'll get 2 shots. It definitely looks like a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, definitely. You saw that arm kind of come down on Y. Easy call there, and a veteran play from Y there, trying to get that contact. The senior coming off the bench, both him and Richmond really getting a couple seniors off the bench. They're not necessarily big guys, but Richmond at least definitely a plus athlete, and Y showing some of his craftiness right here. So having 2 offensive weapons like that off the bench, just a little bit of an X factor right now for Blue Valley.
First free throw is in and out, no good. Minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Next foul for the Tigers will be Thunder in the bonus.
Again, I want to see St. James. You have 90 seconds here. I want to see St. James try to get this to 5 or below. That's where you feel really good if you're St. James. If you can just bring this deficit down just a bit here, give yourself a chance going into the fourth.
Timeout to Blue Valley here.
And I like that decision there by head coach Dwight Williams. Again, just understanding the importance of this situation. Last quarter, the second quarter, St. James needed to come out with a little bit more fire than they did the last couple minutes. Blue Valley took advantage, went on a nice little run to end the half, give them a double-digit lead. Now St. James has an opportunity to get that back, or if you're Blue Valley, you're looking at a chance here. If you can go on a 5-7-0 run, something like that before the, to end this corner, you can really make things a lot more difficult on this Thunder team that struggled a lot on the offensive end today.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be going into this fourth quarter with less than 30 points.
Yep.
That is not many.
It's rare, and it's a testament to both these teams' defenses and the pace they're playing at. There aren't a ton of bad shots you're really seeing right now. A lot of the mistakes are kind of coming from maybe trying to work to get a better shot instead of a good shot right now. And if you're St. James, you just need to see one go through the hoop, maybe get your guys a little bit more confidence here going into the fourth.
Kwapazeski to Peters' right side will set a screen, but a good help right there. And it'll almost be thrown away. It will be. Richmond in the clear against Peters. He'll miss it. White with the rebound. It'll be a foul. Let's see who they'll get. It'll be Kolich or Peters, it appears.
Yeah, and I love this effort. You see Peters getting down there. Really smart play. And yeah, that's probably going to be on Kolich, I'm guessing there. That's going to be Kolich's first.
And it sure was on Kolich.
Now, the question is it a shooting foul or not? You would think probably not here. Blue Valley was setting up like it was going to be a shooting foul. So
yeah,
it's not going to be a shooting foul. Probably the right call there. Minute 8 on the clock. Blue Valley doesn't have to hurry, but you do have that 35-second shot clock to think about here.
And he'll throw it to nobody. Kolich will try to run it down. It'll be tipped up and tipped right out of bounds.
Well, once again, more sloppy basketball from these two EKL foes today. Just another bad pass this time by Blue Valley. And now St. James, you have the ball in your end of the court. Minute 7 left. Try to get something going for Fratzel or Peters here. That's what I'm looking for if you're a Thunder, especially with Kwapazeski out. You want to see one of them get open for a 3 here.
Kolich, not on Kwapazeski. Kolich again, guarded by Tal Rodriguez. Thought about it there. Now Fratzel left side, we got 16 on the shot clock. He'll just go drive all the way into the lane. Layup is perfect. Great drive by Fratzel, using his speed.
That's a great job and a really good job by Kwap on the screen there. It was a little ghost screen. He looked like he was going to set the screen, then didn't. Caught Blue Valley confused and made life easier for Fratzel.
A tough drive by Walsh. It's no good. Kwapazeski with the rebound. He'll get it to Fratzel. Shot clock is off. Thunder down 8. We'll try to get a last shot.
Man, St. James had Kolich spotted up for 3. They wanted to try to hit him, but Fratzel probably taking the smarter play here. He's going to hold for this last shot. Again, St. James, they just haven't executed at all on this all year long. Let's see if that changes here. Situational basketball, really, really important for this Thunder team. You see this hard hedge now.
And yet again, it won't work. Rodriguez, half-court shot is no good. That was close.
It was close.
And as Will said, that
it's going to be 33-25 here. Blue Valley up 8 on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
I'm working on my final project. It's a portrait.
She has us do a lot of taking our scratch paper, lining it up to the lines of the paper, and basically getting the proportions accurate with that.
Getting everything the right shape is really hard at first, but then once you get it, it gets a lot easier to measure everything else out. Like after we drew all the eyes and stuff, getting the nose and the mouth was so much easier.
And we welcome you back to the Thunder Broadcasting Network. I'm Will Nichols alongside Isaac Wool. It's 33-25, St. James down 8 to the #1 team in the EKL, the Blue Valley Tigers. St. James, Isaac, they're only down 8 right now, so definitely have a puncher's chance, but with how low scoring this game is, 8 feels like a whole lot more than it may actually be on that scoreboard. St. James, you gotta try to find something on the offensive end. Just not a lot has been working. And I think really if you're St. James, you just got to try to get it started on the defensive end, maybe forcing some turnovers, get some easy offense in transition. That's probably your best bet to get more points on the board if you're a Thunder.
Absolutely. and Seithel will be back in the game. The leading scorer for the Tigers right now, Walsh with a tough fadeaway. Jay's in and out, no good. Fought forward. Popozeski whips it away.
He's done a great job rebounding tonight for the Thunder. Oh, and he was rim running there, had a wide open look, but good defense, unable to get the pass to Quap there.
Walsh for three, no good. Seithel almost over the back, no call, and he'll get the lay. He's got double digits tonight, make it 10.
Yeah, first player to reach double digits in this one, and just a big body there, taking on the whole Thunder team.
Emit will have to kick it back out to Fratzel. The lead back to double digits. 7 minutes to play. Fratzel, right side.
Kolich, oh, they had Kolich there for just a sec, couldn't hit him. What a move.
Good shot by Fratzel. Make him the second player tonight with double digits. He's got 11.
And it has been almost all in the paint from the free throw line tonight. You know, he's really the only reason St. James is in this one right now, because he is playing really, really good tonight for the Thunder team.
Absolutely, Rodriguez, good drive. Tough shot is good. And a timeout by the Tigers.
Rodriguez being aggressive again. He's got 6 on the night. And again, he's just one of those glue guys around Seithel and Walsh, the top 2 guys for Blue Valley. That makes their lives a lot easier. Now we're starting to see both teams scoring a little bit more. That's good for the Thunder. It means if you just get 1 or 2 stops, maybe you can go on a little bit of a run here. You really need a run to get this one within 5 in the next 2.5 minutes or so to feel like you have a shot in this one. If it's still a 10-point deficit heading into the final 4 minutes, things are going to be really, really difficult for the St. James team. So I'm looking at the next 3 minutes for St. James, try to cut this lead in half, and I feel like that's what you need to do to have a real shot in this one if you're a Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder aren't even averaging 10 points per quarter tonight. This 10-point deficit is massive right now.
I like the token pressure there by Blue Valley. Just make life a little harder on St. James, make it a little harder for them to get into the set that they clearly were going to have drawn up coming out of the timeout here. And again, that hard hedge.
Fratzel kind of getting doubled up there near the top. Jamal with a cut. Evan Damel misses the bunny.
That's a good shot for St. James, but good defense by Seithel, 6'10", using his length out there.
Walsh with an open, deep left side three. It's good. Wow, it's now a 13-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, and Walsh hasn't gotten a lot of shots tonight, but he's made him count when he's putting them up there. He has 8 right now and has been the really only consistent 3-point threat for Blue Valley tonight.
Peters with the ball on Stiggy. Tries to spin
Great
move,
defense.
and he'll lose it. Ball on the floor. Walsh won it. He'll get it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will drive all the way into the lane. Tough layup is good, and the foul. The Tigers are rolling right now. Now a 15-point lead.
Look at this impressive take by Rodriguez. He is using his length and using his strength as well. You know, Enoch Rodriguez, really impressive take there.
Absolutely. That was a great take.
He's a guy we haven't seen have to drive a whole lot today. He's been more of a shooter on the outside, but showing he can do it inside and out right now.
A 3-point play, and it's now a 16-point deficit. That may just be too much for the Thunder. Fratzel to Kolich. He'll spot off the corner 3. Got it. He got it. A quick timeout by Coach Dom. He'll try to regroup the team together here and start to create a run here and cut into this 13-point lead.
It's a great shot by Kolich. I mean, like I said, St. James has confidence in him. You mentioned it earlier, Isaac. This is the top 3-point shooter by percentage that St. James has. So if he gets a look he likes from 3, you want him to take it. He's done that tonight, knocked down a couple threes, hopefully gets a couple more looks up as well from 3-point range with St. James down 13 here. You're going to need those points in bunches if you're the Thunder. But it starts one play at a time. It starts with a stop right here on the defensive end for the St. James team. They haven't been able to get stops this quarter like they have the first 3. So I think if you're St. James, you really want to try to figure out how are you going to stop Blue Valley this next possession.
Yeah, Blue Valley, as you just said, they're rolling this quarter. They are not being stopped right now.
I think you've got to draw your attention to Enoch Rodriguez. That's probably, you know, you look at him and you look at Brendan Walsh. Those are the 2 guys you're probably looking at. Gotta love the energy from our very own Juan Pablo Santoyo as well over there.
Yes, sir, that's the mayor right there.
Bringing the energy to the Thunderdome tonight. Maybe some of the players can get some of that energy from Juan Pablo. They look like they could use it right now.
They absolutely could. He's all fired up over there. Blue Valley with the ball. Walsh running the point as he has done so the whole game.
Fratzel now picking him up 3/4 court.
Walsh to Rodriguez. Peters on him. He'll try to get a drive going. He'll stop. Get it to Walsh. He'll let a three fly, and he's on fire right now. Back to 16-point lead for the Tigers. Walsh now with 2 threes in the quarter. Just silencer threes. Into the corner, Kulich. Try to answer. In and out, no good. Rodriguez with the rebound.
Oh, good move by Rodriguez and transition here.
Stiggy.
Another one.
Walsh. Will he hit another? Oh, man, he's on fire. Walsh with 9 in the quarter.
This is something St. James has struggled with the last few games against Miege and Aquinas, especially, you think back to the Aquinas game. Brett Yankovic with 4 threes in about 4 minutes. Walsh on one of those runs right now.
Peters with an answer from way downtown. Oh, Rodriguez back with the ball, getting crafty. Get out the Walsh. Let's see. Will he let it fly yet again? Oh, and that's just nothing but the air. Hornback will drive, pick it out to Kulich. Thought about it. He probably should just let it fly.
St. James, you're down 16. Your best 3-point shooter's open. You might as well take it. You need to get into your offense a little sooner here if you're the Thunder.
Fratzel, oh, man. He did slightly beat him on the drive with the speed. Just those lengthy 6'10" arms just cover so much ground.
Yeah, and that's the first time all game we've seen Seifel make a recovery like that, really make a good play on the defensive end, but you got to give him credit. That was a really impressive play by him. Like you said, he got beat a little bit by Fratzel, but the recovery really, really good there by Seifel.
He'll get it into Evan. He'll just use power on the baseline. Almost throws it away in the corner. McGinney, drive, kick, retreats out to Hornback.
Just 5 seconds. You probably don't want it in Hornback's hands. Got to go here.
They just got to get a 3. McGinney lets it fly. Pure, nothing but net right at the buzzer. Back down to 13.
St. James needs to guard now. That's good for the Thunder. You want quick shots.
And that was a quick stop right there. And a foul on Dennis, the first team foul of the quarter.
Not going to be much of an easier call than that. That was a big-time shot there by Francis McGinney, the junior, for this St. James team. Let's watch it again here. You're seeing, he knows that shot clock is down. You see him look up 4, 3, takes it, fires, big-time shot. Those are the sort of plays St. James needs to make over the next minute or two to have any sort of shot of making a miraculous upset of the Blue Valley Tigers.
Fratzel now to Evan, Damel. Back out to Fratzel. Damel with the screen and a good pickup. Back to that mismatch.
Get to Damel. You have the mismatch. Got to go quick here. Got to get something fast if you're a Thunder.
15 on the shot clock. Fratzel will just try to drive all the way in the lane, kick in the corner. McGuire Richmond in the way. It'll go out of bounds.
And St. James doesn't have Emmett Peters in the game right now. It's a little surprising, I think, if you're St. James. I mean, he hasn't played well tonight. Nobody can really deny that, but he does have 8 points, and he is your best shooter outside of Kulich probably on this team. So a little surprising to see him not out there. But if he isn't out there, that means Kulich and McGinney need to fire away from 3.
Kulich does so. He knew it was off instantly, and McGinney just getting a little too aggressive on Richmond. He'll get a foul. Team foul number 2 in the quarter.
That's a foul you can live with if you're the Thunder. Trying to get offensive rebounds is paramount for this team, and Hornback and Damel were not really close to the ball there. McGinney's the only guy that could have gotten the rebounds, so you can live with that foul if you're the Thunder.
Rodriguez doing a lot of pushing out to Dennis. He'll drive. Nice layup. Pump fake McGinney. Froze him just enough to blow right by him.
That's his first bucket of the night for the senior guard.
And he's got lots of minutes tonight.
Yes, he has.
And Fratzel just throws a fastball straight to McGinney, who could not catch that.
How about the hands of Coach Dom there, though? One-handed, reeling that one in. But, yeah, definitely not a great pass there by the Thunder. And again, just the sloppiness has been evident all night long from the St. James team. It's definitely the thing you're going to look at when St. James ends this game. going into the final couple matchups of the season, you're going to need to fix some of the sloppy errors we've seen today with Walt.
Peters is back in the game, and he'll almost get the steal there.
Good attempt by Peters. Now they're trying to get it to Seifel down low. Great offense.
Dennis in the corner, too strong. Hornback rebound. Guarding that ball with his life. Has to have court line drive into the lane. Puts the shoulder into Richmond, and Richmond says, not today. Now Dennis will slow it down, run some clock.
That was a really impressive finish there by McGuire Richmond on the defensive end. Really nice block. Fratzel turned around.
All the way into the lane, the floater good. Walsh, this is his quarter, 11 points in the quarter alone for Brennan Walsh. Now Peters on Richmond. It's just stripped right out of his hands. Tigers are just owning this game right now. Layup by Rodriguez is perfect. Now a 19-point lead. You can go ahead and put an end to this one.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Walsh and Rodriguez, though. Those two have absolutely taken over the game right now. St. James going to call timeout, but like I was saying, Walsh, Rodriguez, the two guards on that team, they've decided that they are going to make sure they do everything they can to get Blue Valley the win this quarter, and they have certainly done that here.
Yeah, Rodriguez with a very slow start. You could tell right away. I mean, he was just firing away. Finally getting those shots to fall.
And the same for Walsh can be said too. Like you said, he's a guy with 11 points this quarter. That means he only had 5 to start the quarter, but he was the guy that looked like the best shooter coming into this one. Statistically, he's played like it today as well. And once he got going from that little right wing 3-point shot, St. James didn't have an answer, and that really feels like that's what kind of sealed it today in Blue Valley's favor.
Absolutely.
Final 90 seconds here. Blue Valley emptying the bench a little bit. We'll see if St. James does the same. Looks like it's going to be 5 bench players here for the Thunder. Kwapazowski, May, Mangini, Hess, and Davis, the 5 for the Thunder. So we'll see what this group can do in the final 90 seconds for St. James.
Almost a foulless quarter here. Just 3 fouls so far combined between the two teams. Get the ball into McGinney. Try to make something. Wanted to pull a 3 there, maybe. Lost control. Davis lets it fly deep right side. Bang, he got it.
He has been St. James arguably their best player today outside of Fratzel. He has played really well. Always a guy that, does a good job defense rebounding, but the 3-point shot is falling today for Davis. And, if that can carry over for the St. James team as you're getting close to the 5A state playoffs, that could really add a different element to this team that we haven't had most of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Pump fake, step back. Bang! Nothing but net, and you can see the Blue Valley section likes that.
First minutes of the day for Tate Ryan knocking down a 3-pointer.
A big smile on his face after he hit that 3 in the student section, chanting his name.
He deserves it. What a great move that was by Ryan.
Yeah, it really was. Davis will inbound it to McGinney. He'll Kwapazowski and he'll just throw it away.
It's a great idea. Again, it's the same theme we've had all game long. It's a great idea. It's good cut, good job getting into Kwapazowski, and just sloppiness with the ball. St. James just way too careless today. That's really what got the St. James team in this position. That's what ultimately is going to be the main reason for the loss today for the Thunder.
The Tigers won't quite be able to run the game out. He'll try to hit another one. Back 3. Oh.
Man, that student section was ready to erupt if Ryan could hit another one, but he could not.
A nice little step back move. Johnny May, right side 3. No, sir. Molly with the rebound, and he'll just dribble this one out. We'll have to go ahead and cross the half-court line. He'll do so, in this game is over. It was a hard-fought game the first 3 quarters for the Thunder tonight, but late the Tigers showed why they are number 1 in EKL and just dominated.
Coach, a strong Tigers team pulled away here in the fourth quarter. Despite this, anything specific you saw tonight that you can build on?
Well, our guys really battled. They're the best team in our league. And we had to hope that they missed a few shots, and they got away from us during the fourth quarter when their point guard got hot. I think he had 3 in a row, kind of gave them some separation. It was kind of in balance until then, and he just kind of broke it open.
You finished up the regular season at Blue Valley Northwest on Friday. After a strong start there, 500 over in their last 8 games, what will be a key for your team to get the win and regain momentum heading into sub-state?
Momentum is whatever you make it to be. So we got a game tomorrow, makeup game tomorrow, so I'll start worrying about Northwest on Thursday. But come postseason time, you make your own momentum.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
I'm Will Nichols. Good night, Thunder Nation.
This broadcast is a product of St. James Academy. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this Thunder Broadcasting Network production without the express written consent of St. James Academy is prohibited.
I'm working on my final project.